What's up guys, Adam from Iron Core doing a mindset video. Don't know what video this is though. I think it's 7 or 8, I don't know. I always record these before, and like before the day they come out. Not like directly before, but you know what I mean. Anyway, someone commented in the comment section about me doing a mindset, or not a mindset video, a mindset video on playstyles. And I thought that was interesting because I haven't thought about playstyles in like 2 years, like pretty much since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I don't believe in playstyles. I believe that when it comes to deck construction and the plays you make when you're playing, which people would say are playstyle choices, I don't think they're playstyle choices. I think they're good players make the right choices, and bad players make bad choices, and the bad players chalk it up to their playstyle for the reason the choice was made by them. So yeah, like an example would be if my opponent has like 3 back row set. I'll show you the example of 3 back row set. These are 3 face down back row, right? And I have a monster in hand, and I wanna, let's say my opponent's at like, I don't know, my opponent's at some amount of life points that are a lot, or a little, I don't know. And I have an MST in hand. I go MST, I will hit this card, and I hit this card, and I hit the Dimensional Prison, oh no. So I hit the Dimensional Prison. Random MSTing also is terrible, so no, don't do it. You want to hold your MSTs for Vanity's Emptiness right now. Anyway, and now I have a monster. Now, people would say, oh, it's your playstyle to play conservatively and not summon the monster into 2 back row, or you're playing aggressively and summoning a monster into 2 back row. Now, that's people's idea of a playstyle, but in my opinion, I see it as, is the monster crucial for you winning the game? Because if it's like a fire hand or ice hand, or a Yang monster, summoning into 2 back row is not very dangerous, because if it dies, it easily replaces itself. Now, let's say if it's a Yamato, and you summon into 2 back row, I think that's foolish. Alright? So, depending on what the monster is, there's a right play. There's never a play that, like, oh, if your playstyle's like this, it's good, because there's no such thing as playstyles. It's true. You just need to figure out that there are right plays and what the right play is. Now, these 2 back row are warning and breakthrough skill. So if the monster was crucial, you could just warning it. While if it was like a Yang or a hand, the hand would trigger, the Yang wouldn't, but like the warning to Yang, it's not that big of a deal. And they also have breakthrough skill set. They could have been bluffs, yeah, but the right play was to not summon into it if you had a monster that's crucial to your gameplay. And that's this instance where people will be like, oh, playstyle was a factor, but it's really not a factor. Another thing is, if you guys haven't seen my Mermaid topic list, I played Leo in the extra deck, as well as I main decked Maximum C and Forbidden Lance. Alright. Now, this could be considered playstyle choices in deck building, or Lances and Maxis. See, these weren't like playstyle choices, because playing with either one of these cards does not promote you being conservative or aggressive or control-y or whatever. I played Maxi because it was still the beginning of the format where artifact shuttles are more popular, as well as Burning Abyss being really popular with Rank Up Magic Astral Force. So, and my mindset for maining Maxis was, if I'm going second or first not so much, but if I'm going second, my opponent goes summon Tour Guide, special summon like a Scarm Grafferseer, XYZ's into Dante, detaches, mills 3, hits one of the Burning Abysses, specials it. If not, they still milled poorly, and then Rank Up Magic, Astral Forcing into a Pleiades. This will give me 3 draws, and then it's a +2. So that's my thought process on that, as well as Shaddoll Fusion, because they would also trigger off Falco and Sanctum and Call the Haunted if they play Call. I don't think they played Call back then. So this was just like, it can give you a lot of pluses game 1, which was why I played it. It wasn't that I like to be conservative and wait and maxi them. It's just because the card is good. Leo, I played that not because I like to play Protect the Castle, but because I knew that the meta was very lacking in ways to get around a card that can't be targeted, with Raigeki still being banned and Dark Hole not seeing play. So the only way they could get around it was a blunder of my own. So that's why that card was really good. So yeah, and then Forbidden Lance. That's a weird choice. That you could I could see people being like, oh, he played that because he likes to play control-y or like conservatively and keep his monsters on board. Well, I played Lance because Karma Cut and Wing Blast were really popular, and I was playing Mermail. So I go end of main phase 2, activate the sphere, summon a Lind. Both Wing Blast and Karma Cut take out my Lind and leave my sphere on board. Alright, so like, that's a terrible example. I shouldn't have used the sphere example, because you can't use Lance when sphere's up, but Lind is the example I'm trying to use here. Like, if I have a Lind on board and they Wing Blast or Karma Cut it back, then it's really detrimental, because when Lind dies, it starts my whole deck, as well as Undyne. If they Wing Blast and Undyne back to the top, it can be very detrimental, because you have 1 controller left and 3 Undyne. And retop decking an Undyne isn't the greatest, no matter what people say. You can be like, oh, you got to trigger Undyne both turns. Yeah, but I have to normal summon again, and waste my summon on an Undyne, when I could be summoning, like, a Pike or something. So, yeah. Also, Lance can protect Leo, in an instance of, like, a main phase 2 Wing Blast / Karma Cut, if I decide to attack that turn. So, none of these choices are playstyle choices. They're analyzing the meta, seeing what's played, and then making your deck accordingly. Because if you're playing Rogue, you need to make your deck to beat the meta, which is what I aimed for in the Mermail list. And then I hope I adequately explained this as being not a way you play aggressively or conservatively, but the right play was not to summon a crucial monster into 2 back row, and also not to random MST. Because random MSTing, it could be considered a aggressive playstyle also, and a conservative playstyle would just be setting it. Most players, if they have ever done well in an event, would say random MSTing is a terrible idea. Because if I had a Vanity's Emptiness set and another set card, and I go to special summon something, like it's irrelevant, I can MST the other card and also give rid of Vanity's Emptiness, essentially getting a +1 off my MST, rather than MSTing, missing the emptiness, and then having them flip the emptiness later. So that's why holding MST is better. Also, MST isn't that great this format, but that's just because everything's either chainable or vanities, so it's only okay. But you have Shaddoll Dragon and stuff to take care of vanities for you, if you're playing Shaddolls, or I guess burning it with Shaddolls, or something along those lines. But yeah, so there's the mindset video. Hopefully you guys understood. If not, please leave a comment down below. Also comment below what you guys would like to see in my next video. I am out, and I'm going to go record some more videos now. See you guys.